That's how I link everything up. I line up that clap of audio with the 3 separate cameras that are filming. Then it just makes it a little bit easier to start when I'm editing. I know exactly where the starting point is for my audio. So happy weekend. We made it through another week. I hope everybody has had a really great start. Today it is raining. It's supposed to be raining today and tomorrow in San Diego. We really only get 4 days of rain throughout the entire year. So unfortunately, today and tomorrow are 2 of those. So there's no swap meets that I'm going to today. They are all closed due to the weather. However, there are a handful of things that I want to go over card-wise, whether that be Pokemon cards or the Walgreens football and baseball cards. So the first thing that I wanted to go over is that Pokemon cards are still really hot right now. If you can find them anywhere, I would highly suggest that you purchase them as quickly as you can and as many as you can. Not so much the newer style ones, but like I mentioned before, the older style Pokemon cards. So I want to go over first a handful of the ones that I have. Some of my really good ones I sent off to get graded already. So I'm waiting about 3 more weeks for those to come back. However, there are some new ones that I picked up from a really good guy that I actually linked up with off of eBay. So Ben, if you're watching, thank you again for the cards. And the other ones just came in the mail. So I'm going to go over these ones as well. So first off, I want to go over just a handful of ones that I've had from before. These 2, if you watched my last Instagram live, I got these from the Pokemon Trainers pack. So these ones are still going for about like $15-30 a piece, but I want to hold on to them because if history repeats itself, then these cards are just going to go more and higher up in value. I still have my ancient Mew cards. These were given to me when I went and saw the first Pokemon movie, I believe back in like 2000, 2001. So I was still pretty young, but they gave you these 2. These are going for anywhere between $80 and $200 based on their condition. And I also got the regular Mewtwo. This I was given from going to the movie as well. So next cards that I'm going to go over are the other ones that I decided not to send in to get graded. I really sent in the shadowless cards because those are what's going to bring in the most value. So if you see this Raichu, this one's worth anywhere between $80 and $100 because it is the base set. As I mentioned before, if you can see the shadow right there, that is a base set. If it didn't have the shadow, this would be a $200, $300, $400 card based on condition. I have another base set Gyarados, base set Ninetales. I got a base set 2 Zapdos. If you can see the 2 right there, that's how you know that it is a base set number 2. And finally, I have the 2 base set first edition Machamps and a base set Chansey. So these are all still really good cards. They're not as expensive as the ones that I sent in to get graded. So I'm definitely going to be doing a follow-up video on those when I get those back in 3 weeks. I also wanted to discuss a couple cards that if you guys saw one of my later posts, one of my good buddies brought his cards back when he went back to the East Coast to visit his parents, grabbed his cards from his childhood home and brought them back to San Diego for me to look at. So I'm going to go over a couple of those real quick, and then we're going to get into opening up some of these decks that I picked up last night. I picked these up because I was out at the Walgreens looking for the Pokemon Mystery Boxes. If you have not heard and you don't know what those are just yet, they're extremely difficult to find. And honestly, unless you jump on it right now, you might not even find them except for on eBay, unfortunately, because when a Walgreens does have them, the person that's going to go and pick those up, they're just going to buy all of them up. They're only $20 a box. And how it works is that they come with 4 individual packs of cards. Okay, but the big selling point with them the big selling point with that is that you can get one of the vintage cards. So if you pick up a pack and it comes with either a vintage base set or a base set 2 or even a first edition, that can go anywhere between $800 and $10,000 to the correct buyer. So what we're gonna go over first is just the cards that my buddy brought back from the East Coast. I'll just go over these really quickly and then we'll get to the opening of these packs. So I already sorted them into the most expensive ones and the ones that are least expensive. If you're familiar with either of these three, you know that these are pretty popular cards for the vintage packs. We have your Dark Charizard right here. We have your Dark Alakazam. And I think this is an Umbreon, but it's the Japanese version, so it's just a little less expensive than the English version. So all three of these cards, just these three alone, I believe are going anywhere between $300 and $500 to the correct buyer if you add up their total value. So these three, if anybody's interested watching out there, they are up on my eBay store. A couple of the other ones that I wanted to talk about, this Tyranitar is really good. This is more of a collector's item for the new style cards that have came out. And now we're getting into the older version, the 1999 Wizards of the Coast brand Pokemon cards. We have your base set Mewtwo. This is about an $85 to $120 card based on condition. All of these ones I'm going to leave ungraded because sometimes if you get them graded, it can actually lower your value. If somebody wants to purchase them and then take the time themselves to get them graded, either from Beckett, PSA, or what I'm going through, CGC, then they are more than welcome to do that. So I have your base set Mewtwo. I have a Shadowless Raichu. If you saw before, I have a base set Raichu, but unfortunately with this Shadowless, it's in pretty rough condition. If you look at the back, you got a bunch of creases right here. So it's still just a collector's. I don't know if I'm even going to sell this one. I might just hold on to it for, my sake, just to build upon my collection. Let me see what other ones I have on here. You got your base set 2 Clefable. If you see right here, that number 2, that means that it is the base set 2. If this were just a base set or a Shadowless, it would be 3 times the value because of its rarity. Let's see what else we have in here. First edition Golbat. That's another really good card. If you see right here, that's your first edition stamp, which means it is the first of its kind in terms of when Pokemon released all the cards. You got your base set 2 Chansey, and there's just a ton of other holographics. So if anybody's interested in the cards that I currently have, go ahead and shoot me a direct message or comment below and we can discuss any price. Otherwise, I'm going to put these up on eBay and just kind of let the chips fall where they may and see what I can get for them. So let me package all of these things back up. Gonna have to reorganize those later. Let me grab all of my current cards that I have that belong to me. Because what I'm doing now is that my friends that are finding their cards and wanting to sell them, they are contacting me and I'm actually selling them for them. So here we go. I'll put all these away. And next, I want to thank my buddy Ben again for sending me a couple cards out of his collection. I'm really excited about these two. If you saw one of my later posts, I actually sold a red Cheeks Pikachu earlier. So there's a red Cheeks and a yellow Cheeks. The yellow Cheeks is actually a misprint. If you're familiar with Pokemon, Pikachu has red cheeks. However, this one was printed with yellow cheeks, and if you can see, it is a shadowless version. This is an extremely rare card. Ben, thank you again for selling this one to me, and I'm going to go ahead and take it out of its hard shell sleeve. It is in extremely good condition. Let me see. I feel like I might send this one in to get graded. I could probably get, you know, a 7 or above with this, which would absolutely triple the value. So I'll have to look into this one a little bit more, just kind of see if it's worth, you know, the investment and my time. But at this point, it really is, because I'm kind of all in on all of these cards. And then he tossed in a couple cards for me just because we have 2 shadowless cards. We have the Weedle as well as the Ponyta. So I really like the shadowless cards. Those are what's going to be the most expensive. So enough about that. Let's get to opening the cards that I picked up last night. Like I said, I went to about 9 or 10 different Walgreens looking for the Pokemon Mystery Box. It's extremely difficult to find. What I actually did was I went on eBay. I ended up purchasing one of them. They are $20 in store. This one cost me $65. So keep your fingers crossed that I have one of the vintage packs inside when I get it delivered sometime next week or the week after. Then, man, all my cameras just don't want to work today for some reason. I'm not really sure why. If I get it either next week or within the next week after, then I'll be sure to put that on Instagram Live as well. So let's go ahead and open up this first pack. It is the Steam and Siege pack. This is one of the newer ones, the 2019 to 2020. It says it right here on the back, one of the newer ones. However, there are a couple holos that we could get in these, and those are worth a pretty fair amount of money. So let me go ahead and open up this first one. Right off the bat, there is a reverse holo on the back. It is an Infernape. Never heard of that Pokemon, but it is a holo, so that's always really good. I'll be sure to look up that one. And next, I am going to open up the pack. I'm going to do, of course, the holo trick. If you're not familiar with that, you take the back cards and flip it with the front cards so that the last one that you reveal is the holo. So 1, 2, I'm going to make sure and not look at it. 3, 4, and I'm going to move that to the front. So you guys might not be able to see this real well right now, but I am recording with my other DSLR. So when I release the finished video, you'll be able to see, you know, what's in my hands. I have no idea why my camera keeps turning off for some reason right now. Maybe there's not enough movement or something. So, okay. So we have can't really tell if this is holographic, Infernape, Greedy Dice, Duwat, trainer card, nothing too special about that. Shellos, Mankey, Fungus, Bergmite, Joltik, and, okay, Claw, Fossil. There's your holo right there. Again, it is another reverse holo. So nothing too crazy, but the pack of cards was only $5, so we'll see what we can get for it. These ones will go back into my other collection. And next, I don't know a whole lot about the football or baseball cards. The selling point for me, what was on the front, was that it says 1 and 2 contains a hit. The back says this package is guaranteed to contain 50 football cards, 1 manufacturer sealed pack, and 1 bonus item. So these were only $5 as well for all of these cards. So let's go ahead, open this up, and see what we can find inside. I'm absolutely butchering this box, but there's no real other way of opening it. Check that out. 2020 Leaf Draft Football. That's pretty sweet. And check all these out. Okay. Wow. University of Notre Dame Trading Cards Collegiate Collection. These could be real good. And of course we have just the regular 60 cards. I'll go over these real quick just to not bore everybody with all these cards because we still have the 2 baseball ones to open up as well. Who do we got here? We got George. Man, there's a lot of Bengals players. Maybe I'm looking at these upside down. Here we go. Okay. So I'm pretty familiar with football, so this is going to be really good. These I'll have to hold on to. I don't want to open them just yet because the unopened packs could be worth more. So these I'm going to set off to the side, but we'll just go through these ones real quick. Justin Jefferson. T. Higgins. It looks like these ones are mainly, let's see, Bernard Scott. That's actually a cool one because this is a holo. So let me see. This is my first time opening these, so bear with me. Wow, check that out. We have an autographed Brock Osweiler quarterback of the Denver Broncos autograph card. That's really sweet. And this one's like a little thicker too. On the back it says, congratulations, you have received a chrome rookie autograph card from 2012 Bowman football. That's epic. I should have let me grab my sleeves really quick. I got to drop all of these in the sleeves. That's awesome. I mean, that alone has got to be worth more than $5. I don't know a whole lot about him or the Denver Broncos, but the fact that it is autographed, that's extremely awesome. So I'm going to go ahead, tuck that in the sleeve. If it fits in there, it's a different kind. I'm going to have to put that in a hard case. So we'll set this one off to the side. I'm just going to browse through these other ones real quick, see if there's any other rookie cards. I'm not going to bore everybody with going through every single one. If I can get any Steve Jackson running back, that's a pretty good one. RG3 QB card, that's awesome. What is this one? Wow, I'm going to toss all these ones off to the side. That's absolutely incredible. I still can't really believe the Osweiler card, especially because it's autographed. Look at this, Tony Romo quarterback. What else do we have? Man, this is pretty cool. DeMarco Murray, running back right there. This is already worth way more than $5, which is all that it costs for 80 of these cards. Bernard Scott, running back. Man, I do not know what's going on with this camera today. That's going to make it real difficult when I edit all this stuff together. Luckily, I have this one running, so I'll have full audio. Okay, so these ones, all these ones I got to set aside. And don't forget, I still have to go through these two. Honestly, I might not even do the baseball cards today, guys. I didn't realize that there was going to be this much good stuff in just this football pack. So I don't want this to be a 3-hour-long live draft. Look at that one, look at this old school. Set these aside. We got Steve Smith. Man, Steve Smith. We got two of these ones, so that's got to mean something too. Sammy Watkins, that's when he was playing in Clemson. Johnny Manziel, when he was playing in college as well. Derek Carr, when he was playing for the Fresno Bulldogs. Wow, and we got, look at that, we got a Barry Sanders card. This is pretty cool. I mean, every one of these players, I think, is something. Who do we have here for the Eagles? Nothing really. Alex Collins. Ken O'Brien with the Jets. That's an old school pack. Anthony Toney. Eagles. Who else we got? Bernard Scott, another one of those, apparently. I'm going to set that off to the side. 1999 second draft pro set. Like I said, when I get this one fully edited, you're going to be able to see up there. 1999 Pro Bowl. Ron Brown. I'll just scan through these other ones real quick. Wow, there's a lot of cards going on in here. Now I see why people buy all of these. Victor Cruz. Harrison Smith. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to have to finish going through these. I mean, that's a lot. I'm just going to package all these ones back up. So with the Notre Dame ones, what I just noticed as well is that it's a first edition. So I'm definitely not going to be opening that, as well as the 2020 Leaf Draft Football, 5 packs per card. Look for top picks from the 2020 draft. I'm going to have to look that one up as well. That might be worth it to open up. But yeah, I'm just going to set all of these ones that I think are worth anything off to the side. And I'm just going to have to go through the rest of these. That's going to be quite a chore to do. Let's go ahead and just open up the 2 baseball packs and just see what the special gift or special card is, whatever that is inside. So all of these cards, all the football ones, I'm going to set off to the side. And yeah, let's just go ahead and open this one real quick and see, because this one says 1 in 4 contains a hit. The football ones are 1 in 2 contains a hit. So I'm absolutely butchering these boxes, but they're not really making these super easy to open for some reason. Might need to get some scissors. I don't want to damage anything in here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so again, on the back side of this, what do we have? Puzzle and cards. Puzzle and cards featuring Carl. No idea how to pronounce that last name. All right, so this one's going to sit off to the side as well. And I'm just going to browse through these ones real quick because I don't know anything about baseball. But let's see if we get maybe one of those important cards. And I have no idea. MVP. Oh, I see a holo somewhere. Nice. Kansas City Royals. Which one is this? Greg. That's his name, is Greg. Greg Gagne? Kansas City Royals. There you go. You got that holo right there. That's potentially worth something. Let me just scan through the rest of these real quick. Bear with me. Oh, there's one in here that got stuck. What's that? Nice. That's another collector's. I'm going to have to reach out to a couple buddies that know more about this stuff so that I can get their opinion on it. So I'll set those aside. These ones, let's just go through them real quick. I feel like there's just too many cards to go over in a full Facebook Live right now, or Instagram Live, I mean. Just go through all these, just browse through them. And let's see what else we have left. And if you're just joining me right now, I have another camera set up here, so you're going to be able to watch when I finish editing this entire thing. You're going to be able to see all the cards on the table. And what are these ones? These ones are a little thicker. Here we go. Here's another one. Here's another holo from the Oakland Athletics. Man, but they're all like switched back and forth too, so it's kind of hard to go through all these. I feel like you can't really go through these like quickly. You kind of have to take your time with all of them. And here we go. This one's a little thicker too, so maybe that's worth something. Set that off to the side. This is going to take some time to go through all of these, but I think it'll definitely be worth it in the long run. Oh, here we go. Charlie Leisman. This one's got his little autograph down there. And what else do we got? Chicago Cubs. Kevin Gregg. I like all these Greggs. What else do we got? Seattle Seahawks. So there's a couple older ones, a couple newer ones. So let's go ahead and close this up. I'm going to go through these again in a little bit more detail on my free time so that, like I said, I don't want to bore you guys. So let me set these over here and we're going to open up this final pack. Let's see if I can do this a little bit better. There we go. Okay. That was much more fluid. Okay, again, another pack. This has puzzle and cards on the back. And let's take out the entire pack. This one, so the jumbo pack, this one comes with 80 cards. The NFL one came with 60. So again, we're just going to scan through these ones real quick. Another autograph. That's a pretty interesting autograph. Oh, there's a ton of these. Chase Field, Arizona Diamondbacks. Oh, and we have another holo autographed one. That's absolutely awesome. Chin-Ming Wang, he played for the New York Yankees. Incredible. So we're going to set this one off to the side. Man, these are a lot of fun. I hope these are actually worth something because the holos obviously are going to get me excited just like the Pokemon cards. But, you know, sometimes they're not really worth anything depending on the player, how their entire career went. What is this one? Daryl Boston. I thought that said Barry Bonds for a second. That would have been pretty sweet. Who else we got? Jeff Kens. Oh, okay, a couple more shiny ones. Willie Green, third base for the Reds. You see we got another holo. That one's pretty sweet as well. I'll set that one off to the side. And another autograph. Who's this one? Dan Reichert, Kansas City Royals. Another autograph. We'll set this one off to the side. I got to keep all these organized. And let's see. We'll just keep going through these ones. Just keep cranking them out. What's this? White Sox. We don't have any on-field ones. I heard those are really the cool ones. I think you get a little piece of the jersey with them. That might be more for football, but still pretty cool. So, all right. It doesn't look like we have really anything left. We just have a couple more of these to go through. Gypsy Queen. Man, this one's kind of cool too. Ryan Howard. Nothing. Longoria. Another autographed one. Javier Vasquez. That name sounds familiar, so hopefully that's worth something. And Matt Kemp, who I believe was on the Padres for a little bit, so I'm going to hold on to this one as well. So I hope that was kind of exciting, opening up all that stuff. I really didn't know what to expect inside, but I wanted to make sure that everybody could watch and see as I pulled all of these cards. When I receive my 2 Pokemon boxes, so I did get the Pokemon Mystery Box, and when I receive the other one, it's a mystery cube. I'll be sure and do another Instagram live for those. So thanks everybody for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I think I'm going to release part 2 of my Arizona trip. If you haven't watched the first one from yesterday, I released at 6 p.m. I'm going to release part 2 on Tuesday. Be sure and watch out for that one. Thanks everybody for watching.